Imagine a time, millions of years ago, when Antarctica was a lush green paradise. Can you picture it? It's hard to fathom, isn't it? This icy wonderland we know today, once teeming with life, filled with towering forests and a vibrant ecosystem. Yes, the Antarctica of the distant past was a very different place. The fossil evidence paints a vivid picture of a verdant haven, a stark contrast to the desolate white landscape we see today. Fossils of plants, ferns, and even dinosaurs have been discovered, all bearing silent witness to a long-lost era of green abundance. This was an Antarctica that thrived under a warm climate, where the sun seldom set and life proliferated in the most unexpected of places. It was a land of rich biodiversity, where plants flourished and animals roamed, far from the icy desert it has become. The forests that once stood here were not the conifers or deciduous trees we're familiar with today. Instead, they were composed of species adapted to perpetual sunlight, like the Glossopteris, a tree-like plant that dominated the landscape of Gondwana, the ancient supercontinent. And it wasn't just the flora that was diverse. The fauna was equally impressive. From small insects to massive dinosaurs, this green paradise was a bustling hub of life. Fossil evidence suggests that even early marsupials once called this place home. But everything in nature is transient. Just as seasons change, so too did the face of our planet. Antarctica, this lush green paradise, was set on a path of transformation, driven by the relentless forces of our planet. This was a journey that would see the continent shift from a vibrant green Eden to a frigid white wilderness. But how did this happen? What mysterious forces were at play that could turn a green paradise into a frozen desert? The answers lie in the deep recesses of geologic time, in the movement of tectonic plates, and in the very nature of our ever-changing planet. So let's journey back in time, to an era when the world was a very different place, and explore the tale of transformation that is the story of Antarctica, a story that begins in a green haven and leads us to the icy frontier we know today. The transformation began with the breakup of the supercontinent, Gondwana. Picture a time when the world was one, a colossal landmass that held all the continents we know today. This was Gondwana, the supercontinent that reigned supreme over 400 million years ago. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. The story of Antarctica's transformation is deeply intertwined with the tale of Gondwana's dissolution. A dance of tectonic plates, a geologic waltz if you will, sent the continents drifting apart. As Gondwana fragmented, Antarctica started its solitary journey, drifting further and further south. This journey wasn't a swift one. Imagine a snail's pace, and then slow that down about 100 times. That's how fast Antarctica was moving, inching its way towards the South Pole over the course of millions of years. As this was happening, the world around Antarctica was changing too. The climate began to cool, and the tropical paradise that was once Antarctica started to feel the chill. The lush forests that once covered the continent began to disappear, their leafy greens replaced by the stark white of encroaching ice. At the same time, the breakup of Gondwana changed the global ocean currents. The warm tropical waters that once bathed the continent were replaced by colder currents. This further accelerated the cooling process and hastened the formation of the ice sheets. The tectonic plate movements were like an artist, shaping and sculpting the land, crafting the masterpiece that is present-day Antarctica. These movements didn't just influence Antarctica's journey, they were the directors of the play, dictating every twist and turn in the plot. As Antarctica ventured into colder climates, its lush past began to fade, making way for an icy future. The continent was undergoing a complete makeover, a transformation of epic proportions. From a green haven teeming with life, Antarctica was turning into an ice kingdom, a place of desolate beauty and extreme conditions. And so began the era of the frozen frontier. As Antarctica journeyed southward, the ice crept in, casting a frosty spell over the land. This wasn't an overnight transformation, but a gradual metamorphosis, taking place over millions of years. The once lush green paradise started to fade away, surrendering to the encroaching frost and snow. The great continent, once part of the supercontinent Gondwana, had been set adrift by tectonic forces moving steadily towards the southern pole. As it ventured into colder and colder climates, the forests began to disappear. The verdant canopy that once teemed with life was replaced by a sheet of ice, a white blanket stretching as far as the eye could see. The trees, the plants, the creatures that once roamed the land, all started to vanish, leaving behind fossils as their only testament. The green haven had succumbed to the icy embrace of the South Pole. But how did this transformation occur? The answer lies in the Earth's climate system. As Antarctica moved southward, it encountered colder temperatures. The cold inhibited the growth of plants, which gradually died out. Without plants to absorb carbon dioxide, the greenhouse effect weakened, and the continent cooled even further. This created a feedback loop, where cooling led to more cooling, culminating in the formation of a permanent ice sheet. This icy shield reflected sunlight back into space, reducing the amount of heat absorbed by the Earth and leading to even more cooling. The ice grew thicker and more widespread, until it covered the entire continent, turning it into the frozen wilderness we know today. Around 34 million years ago, a pivotal moment occurred: the opening of the Drake Passage. This narrow channel between Antarctica and South America allowed the creation of a powerful current, further isolating Antarctica and maintaining its icy condition. This was the final piece of the puzzle, the moment when Antarctica truly became the frozen frontier. This icy embrace, while harsh and unforgiving, is a testament to the power and resilience of nature, a reminder of the incredible journey our planet has undertaken through the eons. The opening of the Drake Passage sealed Antarctica's fate as an icy fortress. Imagine this: an ancient continent slowly drifting towards destiny, its once verdant landscape gradually giving way to the relentless advance of ice. This was the fate of Antarctica, and the Drake Passage played a pivotal role in this epic transformation. Around 34 million years ago, a shift occurred. The Drake Passage, a narrow channel between Antarctica and South America, began to open. This created a unique geographical phenomenon. The opening allowed the formation of the Antarctic Circumpolar Current, a powerful oceanic current that began to encircle the continent. This current acted like a giant conveyor belt, circulating cold water around Antarctica and effectively isolating it from the warmer seas to the north. This isolation was crucial to Antarctica's transformation. With the warmer tropical waters cut off, the continent's climate began to cool dramatically. The lush forests that once thrived began to wither, replaced by the creeping advance of glaciers and ice. But the Antarctic Circumpolar Current did more than just isolate Antarctica. It also helped to shape the global climate. By directing warmer water towards the equator and cooler water towards the poles, it played a key role in distributing heat around our planet. This current, born from the opening of the Drake Passage, has been a defining feature of our planet's climate system for millions of years. The result of all this? A continent transformed, a land of extremes, where temperatures can plummet to -89 degrees Celsius and winds can reach speeds of up to 200 miles per hour, a place of stark beauty and unforgiving cold. Today, Antarctica stands as a land of extremes, a place of stark beauty and unforgiving cold. It's a testament to the power of nature, a reminder of our planet's incredible ability to change and adapt. And it all started with the opening of a passage, a shift in the currents, and the relentless march of time. Despite its harsh conditions, Antarctica continues to captivate us, holding secrets of our planet's past and future. This icy expanse, a testament to the enduring power of nature, is not just a barren wasteland. It's a living laboratory, where scientists from around the world converge to unravel the mysteries of our changing climate. Beneath its frozen surface lie clues about the Earth's past climate conditions, locked away in layers of ice. Each layer, like a page in a history book, tells a unique story of what our planet's climate was like thousands of years ago. These ice cores, as they're known, are invaluable, providing us with a timeline of how our climate has changed over millennia. But Antarctica isn't just a window into the past, it's a looking glass into the future. As we continue to emit greenhouse gases, the planet warms, and this warming is amplified in polar regions. Antarctica's melting ice is a stark reminder of this reality. Its ice shelves, vast floating plains of ice that act as a buttress for the ice sheet, are thinning and, in some cases, collapsing. This melting ice doesn't just affect Antarctica, it contributes to rising sea levels worldwide, posing a threat to coastal cities and low-lying nations. If all of Antarctica's ice were to melt, global sea levels could rise by about 200 feet, a scenario that would reshape coastlines around the world. But there's hope. By studying Antarctica, we can better understand these changes and work towards mitigating their impacts. It's a reminder that we're not just passive observers of Earth's changing climate, we're active participants. The decisions we make today will shape the future of Antarctica and indeed, our planet. So as we marvel at the tale of Antarctica, let's remember our responsibility to protect this frozen frontier and our planet as a whole. Because the story of Antarctica is not just a story of ice and cold, it's a story of life, resilience, and the unyielding power of nature, a story that continues to unfold before our very eyes.